Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming and this is going to be a Marvel Strikeforce video. I'm fortunate enough to be supported by Marvel Strikeforce to do a few videos to bring you this game to see why this is so cool. So if you want to try this game out, there's going to be a link in the description and pinned comment of this video, or you can use the QR code that you find on the screen to download the game today and support me as a content creator and have fun alongside me. Well, Marvel Strikeforce is a free mobile squad RPG that allows us to battle with our favorite superheroes or super villains to fight and save the universe against some threats that we all know, like Doctor Doom or Apocalypse. And our goal is to power up our favorite characters and complete missions, get ourselves some gear, resources, all that fun stuff. And you can also compete with other players in PvP modes such as Alliance, War, and Arena. Now, while we are playing, we can recruit both heroes and villains across the multiverse, including Iron Man, Wolverine, Venom. You can lock up to 17 characters within the first 30 days. That's quite a lot. Some of them include Spider-Man, Deadpool, Thor, Captain America, and more of our favorite ones. Also, there's something cool that's happening right now for a limited time only. We can unlock Ironheart in celebration of the upcoming Marvel television show Ironheart. Now, alongside that, there's new ways to battle with our roster that are released regularly, and the meta is constantly shifting. They have Campaign, Blitz, Arena, and also Alliance War, a massive weekly Alliance battle, raids, and Cosmic Crucible, where you can go head-to-head against other players in a tournament. Also, we can get the latest legendary character, Quasar, for free. Unlock Quasar by completing the Harbinger event. Complete the objectives to earn Quasar character shards. Quasar is the first legendary character required to complete the Age of Annihilus. Also, what better way to start a new game than by having a promo code that you can use to get some free stuff? Well, the code that we have is Bucky. That's going to give you a copy of Winter Soldier plus a lot of other goodies. So make sure you redeem it. There's going to be a pinned video at the end of this one where it shows you exactly how you can use redeem codes. So there are a few things that I want to show in the video today, and I'm going to be focusing a little bit on all the free stuff that we can actually get, and among them is going to be obviously some promo codes that still work, plus ways of redeeming some other free stuff that you might not know exactly. So I guess let's check it out. So what you're obviously going to have to do is log into the marvelstrikeforce.com website, and then as you log in, you can see over here, let me show you let's hide the QR code for a second, but over here where it shows you this, you're going to have to click player gift, and it's going to take you to the page where you're going to be entering your gifts. Now, this is the spot where you have to put the promo code that I mentioned earlier, Bucky. That's going to give you Bucky and all the other people from the Thunderbolt crew, plus a ton of other resources. But if there's any other code, this is where you would have to come and introduce them. So apart from Bucky, I introduced code Captain, which actually gave me Captain America Sam Wilson, plus some other rewards alongside him. Then obviously there's going to be a ton more codes. Let's try another one that I think worked, MSF7. Let's redeem this one. Let's see. This one gives us some more rewards. I'm pretty much not going to go through every single code, because you have to keep in mind, if you're trying to use these codes, there is a 120-second kind of like pause that you have to wait in between using every single one of these. But I'm going to have a link to a website which pretty much gives us all the codes that you can try out, right? This is the website that I found, destructoid.com, and you can see there's a massive list of codes over here, right? Like you scroll down, go ahead and just try as many of these. I guess, it might be tedious because you have to have the 2-minute wait, but go ahead and try all of these ones and see how many of those can actually work. Because you know what, at the end of the day, who does not like free stuff, right? Who does not like free stuff? But you're gonna see, there we go, we collected this in game. Let me see, does it appear? Yep, this is the one. This was the one that we collected from some web stuff. Then we also had where is it? We have the where is my Captain one? Not this one, this one. There we go. This gives us Captain Wilson, gives us power cores, and then gives us also Premier Orbs. But while we are on this page, let's look at something else that can be really helpful. And I collected it and I wasn't smart enough to look, but obviously when you go to the store, right, you're gonna see there's some stuff that you can collect over here for free. And there's gonna be over here a tab that says free gifts or free offer, something like that. You click on that one, it's gonna scroll all the way to the bottom, right? It's gonna give you just click free and you can collect all of those, and that's, a ton of more free stuff to start playing the game. That's the best way to do things, right? So those things that I got for free were, let me see if I can find them. So yep, this is one of them, gave us 400,000 gold, 20 and then some training modules, which definitely going to be helpful. Then we got also 5 fragments for Mr. Negative, Then we also had strike tokens, 165 of these strike tokens. So that's the 3 extra things that just appeared on the Scopely website. Now, what I suggest, honestly, is just every single day log in, look at this, see if there's anything that needs to be collected, and then, you know what, pretty much after that, move on with your day. Since we're talking about free stuff, let's go back in game. Let's go to offers, right? And then offers, then you see, scroll all the way to the bottom, right? So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you see, there we go, sign in with Scopely, and it's gonna give us some more stuff. So you just click in this button, claim, because you already, obviously we already signed into Scopely on the account, like I showed earlier, and that's gonna give us just free Loki as well, right? So there's tons of free stuff that can be had. So the more you're gonna collect, the better. Now, obviously, you might look at it, might be like, oh, that's a little bit overwhelming. You know, there's a lot of people to be had, but don't worry, I got you. I kind of made a video on what to focus on earlier, like last week, what you should be focusing on earlier and whatnot. I'm gonna make a video. I think next video is gonna be more around focusing on what you should be buying from the shop, right? Maybe even some of the what you should be spending on. But I want to go back on the roster and talk about squads and what you should be building on, because I've been watching some videos, and I quite suggest to you guys, like, if you want to watch some content for somebody that's you know, really knowledgeable about this game, look up Mobile Gamer 365, right? He's been playing this game for 7 years. He has tons of knowledge. He's a really cool guy. Suggest you check his stuff out. But if you don't want to check his stuff out, let me tell you what I've seen that he gives some suggestions, right? Most of the stuff that I learned is from watching him. But you see that I have a few characters hearted over here. Well, the number one thing that he has taught me, and the number one thing I want to teach you guys as well, is, remember we talked about the squads. I was, you know, giving a general statement of like looking at arena, raids, war, crucible, and whatnot. Now, again, I'm gonna say that what I'm gonna suggest, again, same thing that Mobile Gamer suggested, is gonna be something that as a general idea is gonna be really good. However, as always in these types of games, there's going to be some exceptions to that rule. So the number one thing that I learned from him is, when it comes to the characters, the heroes that you should be focused on, heroes or villains that you should be focusing on, you just want to get yourself, look at the squad, scroll over here, and once we're gonna get to here, boom, this is where we stop, right? So everything from Annihilator, right, Annihilator up, is worth investing into. And the reason for that is, as far as I understood, right, if I understood right, is the fact that all of the characters from Annihilator up were one of the newer ones, right, which were beta, or which were the newest introduced. They all have better stats, right? They all start off with better stats, so obviously it's gonna be worth doing this better. And by doing that, the way you can focus it is pretty much go through it and see, like, okay, when you click on find, do they pop up over here? This is something maybe you can check every few days. So for example, Juggernaut, you see that there is a stage we can farm him. Do that, right? Make sure you do that. Make sure you heart it. Let me show exactly. Let me see if I find an example that I did not heart yet. I guess I can just go and show in campaign exactly how to do it, because this is going to be something you'll want to do daily. So for example, we go to the campaign, we scroll all the way over here to the end, and we have Heroes Assemble, Villains United, Nexus. Obviously, it depends whichever one you open first, but let's look at the Heroes Assemble, for example. This is one of the first ones that we unlock. So if you look at straight up stage 1, we already see Punisher, right? We see Punisher over here. We select on him. Then you can click to bookmark it, but then you can also select go, and you see it's gonna have a heart over here. If you didn't have it hearted, you click on heart, and that's gonna keep him at the top, and it's gonna remind you that it's one of the ones that you can do. After you do that, you go to your roster, you click your characters, and let's say, okay, we have Punisher, right? He's at the top because he's hearted. Same thing, you see, these are the ones that I suggest, again, that I've seen Mobile Gamer suggest. Punisher, Groot, Juggernaut, Beast, Hela, Doctor Strange, War Machine, and Moon Knight. Obviously, you can build some other ones to play around with and have fun with, but these are kind of the ones that I've seen he suggested so far, and obviously these are going to be the ones that you will be finding in the squads from Annihilator up. But when it comes to collecting them, what do you do daily? Well, you select on that one. You're gonna, let me just rank up, because I guess I managed to rank him up as well, because obviously you got more copies, but you're gonna click on the find every single day, and you're gonna scroll all the way to see where you get this, right? If you see this, this is like, you know, that's the node where you can farm him. You'd go auto win, you do those 5, and you collect them, because you want to get as many fragments for him as possible so you can keep starting him up, right? Because the more stars they're gonna have, the more points they're gonna get. You can then just click with the arrows to do it really fast, and you click find, scroll again, see we have Groot as well, same thing, boom. Every single day, right? The ones that you see that you have nodes, specific spots where you can farm these for free, that's the ones that you're going to focus on. And obviously, as you progress, you can always keep checking over here. Are they part of the top squads? You can click on them, click find and see, do they appear in any of these ones? No, if not, you move on. It might be tedious at the beginning, but you know what? After you get them all at the top, after you have all of them hearted, you're going to do that and it's going to be really easy, right? Because you're going to have them at the top, you're gonna have them hearted, just scrolling through the arrows. Captain Sam is really good as well. See, I have the node for him as well as select, boom, I go ahead and do that. So definitely keep an eye on this, because this is gonna be the best way, as a general idea, like I mentioned, it's gonna be the best way that you can find and progress your account, and make sure you're not investing into the wrong things. Now, this is all that I wanted to cover about, right? All the free stuff that you can get, all the core stuff, you know, the more, I guess, a little bit more advanced advice that I personally picked up as well, again, from Mobile Gamer. Make sure you go check him out. One of the best content creators for Marvel Strikeforce, if not the best. But make sure you check that one out. And I guess what I think I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to try and focus on more on like overall things, what you should buy, for example, like I said, offers from the shops and all stuff like that. But yeah, I guess this can be a good place to wrap it up. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description and pinned comment of this video, or the QR code that appears on the screen now to download Marvel Strikeforce today and start playing with me. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at this. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye guys.